From you hear this instrumental, you know it's time for live highlights. This is Love 101 FM, the family station. We're live on Facebook. And we're also live on YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. Sign on, rock on, roll on, jump on. Whatever you and the crew gotta do, let's ensure say on the live. Because right here is fantastico. Now today I'm joined by Minister Lee Priest and Dr. Garfield McCook. So Minister Lee Priest is a gospel minister, and Dr. Garfield McCook is the president and founder of Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition, JIIFSC. Yeah, man, and they're here already. Now, Lee Priest Johnson, a dynamic and electrifying gospel minister whose musical career began at the tender age of 8 years old. Priest remains true to his roots as he delivers a mixture of traditional, folk, dancehall, and reggae versions of gospel music. His hard work and determination was finally rewarded in 2015 with his entry celebration time, as he became the first gospel artist and Manchesterian to ever win the Jamaica Festival Song Competition hosted by the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC. Now, after migrating to the USA, he set his sight on the Jamaica Foreign Song Competition based in Atlanta, where he became the 2025 winner. How cool is that? That's awesome. Lee Priest Johnson has toured and ministered in over 15 different countries, including England, Guyana, Bahamas, Colombia, and Africa. He's presently a music educator, being able to play most musical instruments, with his main aim to fulfill his God-given purpose by sharing God's undiluted message, using music as a vehicle to the four corners of the earth. Yeah, man. His guiding scripture is Philippians 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Yeah, man. With him, we also have Dr. Garfield McCook. As you heard, he's the president and the founder of Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are I'm good. How are we?
I am good. I wish I was there in Jamaica.
Me too. I'm trying to find the best layout for right here. Okay, all right, that can work. Oh, I'm seeing Lee Priest now. Hi.
Yes. How you doing? I got a little jealous. I was like, yo, I got to do this.
That is good. That's good. Good to hear. Yes. Oh, wow. Welcome. All right, so let me start with Lee Priest first. What's a song you never get tired of hearing?
Go again?
What's a song you never get tired of hearing?
I'll never get tired of hearing Jesus love the little children. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. I tell you, it's an old school, but it's one
all of the children of the world.
I love that. What about you, Dr. McCook?
Huh?
What about you?
You know, that's one of my favorite also, but you know, in Jamaica, in the church, you know, there's so much there's one song, he can turn the tides and calm the angry sea. He alone knows where to find a scene for me.
I look like me too young to do that. What
I was thinking, which one is that?
It's called
when
He.
it's gonna come to a part that I know.
Yeah, it's called He. He.
He. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well, We're gonna learn that one day, though. One day, right,
Yeah,
Lee
yeah,
Priest?
definitely. One day, one
Okay,
day.
one day. Back to you, Lee Priest. Coffee, tea, or juice?
Coffee, coffee, coffee,
All
definitely.
right, all right. Dr. McCook, you?
Tea.
Same here. Tea for me. What was your favorite subject in school, Lee Priest?
Math.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. To each his own. That's fine. You were good in it. I wasn't. How about you, Dr. McCook?
I like history. I've always wanted to be an attorney, so history was mine.
Okay, but you're not an attorney now.
No, I played sometimes.
It's okay. It's okay. If you could visit any country next, where would it be, Lee Priest?
Definitely Africa. Definitely.
Africa.
Yes.
Okay, but you've been to Africa already, don't it?
Yes, but that's why I want to go back there. I'd like to
Where
go to Ghana.
Where in Africa you went the time when you
I'd
went?
like. I went to Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay. And
But,
you
but
want
I
to
hear I hear Ghana is very nice, so I'd like to go
want to go Ghana too and Switzerland. How about you, Dr. McCook?
Kenya should have gone this year, never made it, and looking forward to going next year with a collision with purpose.
Oh,
there. Okay.
okay. All right. Well, you're going to, yeah, man. You're going to go to Kenya
Mhm.
whenever you're ready. Yeah, man. As long as you're ready. All right. So let me first say congratulations to you, ancient Lee Priest. You know?
Ah, thank you so much.
Congratulations on winning the 2025 Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition. It's not like a something that, that's a big thing. All right. So that I went to, well, I kind of backtracked a little bit, but we're going to go back in time a little, Lee Priest, and then we're
Yeah.
going to come back to Dr. McCook. We're going to just alternate the thing. All right. So, what was life like for you growing up? You started your musical journey at the age of 8. So, take
Yes.
us back in time to those
Yeah.
early days. What sparked your love for music and ministry?
Well, I actually didn't have any real love for music and ministry. But what happened is that, back in country, we used to shower outside. We didn't have the
Inside.
fancy bathroom. So we go outside with a bath pan and like a zinc up thing. Yeah. So while you were showering, because the water is so cold, you hum a tune to kind of take your mind off the coldness of the water. So my
Okay.
grandmother Edna Bolton, God bless her soul, she heard me, singing and humming my tunes, and she thought that I could do a little thing. So she gave me my first audition in front of the neighbors, and when I wowed their hearts, she took me to at the harvest, to the church next door, and from
Oh,
there, that's the biggest forward I ever got. I tell people that's the biggest forward I ever got from I've been singing was that harvest at Zion Church, and that was where it started. And then, you know not just seeing how people were blessed, and the reaction, and people crying and people praising God, and it gave me a sense of purpose, and I was like, wow, I can do this. So
okay.
yeah.
So grandma is the one who discovered this musical talent that you have.
Yes,
Grandma
definitely.
can sing.
Yeah, man. Grandma sing and play instrument.
Which instruments?
Yeah, she played the banjo guitar, and she used to play the goat skin drum, the two stick goat stick drum.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
that. I
And
know that one.
the banjo, she used to play the banjo also.
Okay. What about mommy and daddy?
Well, no, music none of them blood at all.
Oh Lord. Well, glory to God,
it
it's in
skipped it
yours.
skipped over that generation. It's
And it went to you. Okay. All right. Okay. So that is that. And you got your biggest forward from that. Okay. And grandma discovered this gift and to say, yeah, man, come audition.
yeah,
I know from there it catapulted you. And you get the
definitely.
confidence and you say, yeah, man, me feel good. Yeah. Now, growing up, who were some of your biggest musical influences, both in gospel and otherwise?
Let me tell you. So otherwise, it would definitely be like Beanie Man and Shabba Ranks and those guys. But gospel, when Papa San got
Yeah.
saved around it was 98, 97, and Stitchy, that was when because I used to sing a lot, but I didn't know that you could DJ and sing J in church. And when they got saved, no, Prodigal Son came out at what was the Prodigal Son? I don't remember how it go, but when Stitch and Papa Son came out and they started to do their thing, and I said, whoa, you can really do this type of music for God. And it really triggered something in me. And then I started to tour with Lester Lewis, and then he encouraged me to write music. And then I found out that I have the gift to write DJ songs, and then it,
Oh,
it just catapult from there.
okay, all right.
Yes.
Dr. McCook,
Mhm.
you sound like a singer as well. Am I right or am I right?
Well, I sing. I don't know if I'm a singer, but I sing.
But you love it. You love singing and you love music.
Yeah, yes. I actually did my first song. It's crazy, but at my mother's funeral, I
Wow.
decided to sing Elton John's song "Candle in the Wind," and that was my beginning. That
Candle
was
in the wind.
"Candle in the Wind."
Boy, Dr. McCook, I don't know the songs that
Yeah.
you're
The
mentioning.
team catalog, him team catalog,
Come on.
evades me.
Large, your catalog large, man. Okay.
Yes.
I
So
thought-
did
Yeah.
that did that in that was 2000, and then
Thousand.
in 2017, and Usain Bolt did well at the Rio Olympics,
Yes.
and I did the first single then called "Rio Was Good to Me."
Oh,
Yes, yes. The title actually was supposed to be Lightning Bolt, but then when I researched, I realized that name was already copyrighted.
okay.
And Rio Was Good to Me in 2017. In 2018, I traveled with my team to China to record a song called "A Long Time Miss a China Run Things."
So, so why did you go to China to record? I hear never talk Chinese in the song.
Well, no, no, because you see, I visited Jamaica and realized that Mr. Chin, when I was there, Mr. Chin controlled all the stores and the shops and everything. And going back, I was driving on this highway and I was told that is Mr. Chin built it, and we give him land for the. So I said, you know what, Mr. Chin is still doing his thing. So I said, we traveled to China. It was a good experience, and the Chinese were very receptive. So a long time, Mr. Chin around things. Check it out. It's out there, one of the best songs, and so that was China. In 2019, I did cellular. All of us addicted to our cell phones, so I did that in 2019. And in 2020, I did "Gimme Jamaica," which is a theme song for the competition that Lee Priest entered.
Yeah.
2021, I did a "Wedding Bond," which is highlighting our three female athletes in Jamaica. And the last one was in 2024. I flew down to Trelawney and recorded a video called "Just Love Her" for my darling wife. So I'm doing a little thing.
I don't honestly they say a little thing after you leave and you go to China to write song and all of them stuff. And he Lee Priest and he said, oh,
I tell you,
I don't know
my
if I'm a
story.
singer. I'm touring. What can go so? Oh my goodness. All right, so going back to you, Lee Priest, you grew up in Manchester.
Yes.
How did growing up in the country shape your sound and your style?
I tell you, I believe that it is a foundation for how I sound and what I do, because in country it gives you a clear head. You have a lot of greenery, you have a lot of traditional type of stuff, and it allows you to really look at God from the nature standpoint. So most of my songs, is talking about who God is and who God is to us. And I believe that where I was born, that really helped me because when I'm writing my songs, I can go up in the hills, I can go in the cow pasture, it allows you take you from the busyness of the city, and that has helped me, and it also has helped me to remain humble, because
Ah,
when you're coming from a beginning where some of the time it's dumpling and butter, many times it's just rice and mackerel for Sunday
yeah.
dinner, and it allows you to be grateful to God for every single opportunity. So
Ah,
that is how country has influenced my thing.
Okay, I love that. Let's talk about your name, your stage name. How
Yes.
did you come about that?
All right. So
Ancient Lee Priest.
I used to go by the name Ancient Priest.
Lee.
Yes. I used to go by my biological name is Lee Johnson. So
Yes.
I used to go by Ancient Priest, but I when yeah, when you're young, you don't do a lot of research. So when I research, I realized that ancient is a word that is kind of, it has a lot of demonic connotations and a lot of things
Oh.
attached to it. And I decided to drop the ancient part. And the priest came about. My friends, they claim that I'm humble, so
What do you
they
mean
call
again
me.
that you're humble? You just said you're
Yeah,
humble.
well, your thing is, you can blow your own whistle.
Oh,
So
that's
what
true.
happened? Because I grew up with my grandmother, I I
Yeah.
I I have a lot of old sayings. They say I'm knowledgeable also, so they would come to me for advice. They would come to me for just to bounce things on me, and I'll give them instruction, and I'll tell them what I think, and them say, boy, you come like a priest so we can go confess to and thing. So that's how the priest came about. So I just carried it over from my childhood days.
Okay, all right. Now we're going to talk about the JIIFC competition that you entered. So let me go to Dr. McCook. What inspired you to create the Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition?
Well, back I think about 2016, 2017, I myself tried to enter the competition in Jamaica. Things didn't go as planned, and I decided, after talking to some artists in the diaspora, that hey, we need our own here. So that gave birth, to JIIFSC. We started back it was launched in 2020, and we had our first inaugural in 2021.
Oh, okay. Now, Lee Priest, what inspired you to enter this competition?
Let me tell you something, man. Because I have been involved with JCDC for many years
Right,
from
because
school time.
2015, you made
Yeah,
history as the first gospel
yeah,
artist and Manchester native to win the
yeah,
Jamaica Festival competition
definitely. I
celebration time.
Yes, man. So I was very involved in JCDC. So when I migrated in 2022, I was here and I was wondering, what could I get involved with to kind of preserve the culture and of my country. And then I discovered JIIFSC. And then when I did my research, I realized that they were lifting the banner of Jamaica and the culture, the food and everything Jamaican back in this side. So I was like, yo, I have to be a part of this. So
Yes.
I started to investigate. I started to talk to persons who know about the competition and stuff like that. And then I went to the finals last year with then winner, 2024 winner, and I saw the stage and the production and the quality of what they were doing, and I was like, yeah, I'm a good songwriter and I can do a little singing, so why not try? You know, so I tried, and and here I am, the 2025 winner.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. Now, what's the difference between, winning the gospel competition, not the gospel, the festival song competition celebration time, that was 2015, to know
Mhm.
when you entered the 2025 JIIFSC competition? Well, see.
So
Yes.
let me tell you the difference. The difference is that I believe with JIIFSC, the production is on a more international level, and
Yes.
the whole management of how the show runs, JCDC is professional, but it's up a notch with
Yes.
JIIFSC,
Yes.
and can even the functions that we attend after and stuff like that, it's just you meet persons from the diaspora, so it's a wider cross base of
Yes.
people that you get to meet and stuff like that. So
Uh,
so that's the difference. Back in Jamaica, it's mainly based in the local sphere, and you do road shows around the country and stuff like that. But here, because you have persons
yes.
entering from Canada, persons entering from Australia, from all over, so you get to meet persons from all over
Yes.
the diaspora, all over different countries. So that's
Ah.
the main difference.
I understand. Now, going back to Dr. McCook, what role does this competition play in keeping Jamaican culture alive in the diaspora?
Well, it plays a major role in that. First, we our goal was to create that platform, and I think after 5 years and maybe 60 artists, we're doing just that. As Lee said, the first artist we had was a guy named King Noah out of Germany. He was the first entrant back in 2021. We had
Wow.
Zena Banks out of London. We have Laviluja, the first winner out of Canada. We have Tanya Lu out of Canada, who's entered many times. So it's giving them a platform for them to still have their normal life. They can bust a tune, as I always say, send it in, and just wait to see what happens. So it's been welcoming. It's a good feeling, and all of these, we have 5 artists now, or 5 winners who are ambassadors to our culture, keeping that thing. I love my songs when I was back home festival, so we just want to keep the vibes. And with our most recent winner, who is showing us that Jamaica in my blood, we're doing just that.
I love that. Now, Lee Priest, I almost
Yes.
call you ancient priest, though, but just say you don't go by that word. But Lee Priest, when you entered this song, did you see yourself winning the competition?
I tell you, I entered to win, so I saw myself winning. But when I heard the other songs, I was like, it's tight, because last year's winner, he entered this year again, and his song
Oh,
was good, and the others, there are about 3 or 4 songs that was very good. I was like, I have to go hard to really take it home. So I was not I was confident that I could win, but I
right.
was not overconfident.
Okay. So you say when you heard the other songs, you say you have to go hard. How
Yes,
did you, say you're gonna stand out? No.
so
What did you
so
do?
so my stage entrance, I did a little thing different. I came out in a wheelchair, and I knew that the vocal presentation, the presentation on stage, when it's the use of stage, because everything I learned from JCDC about stage use and all of that, I had to use everything, because I'm telling you, the level of production that comes from JIIFSC, it's at the top tier. And I would encourage persons in the diaspora to come and really get some of this, and the prize is good. The prize is good.
I'm sure Dr. McCook is going to talk about the prize in just a moment. But let me just pause at the wheelchair or something. So the wheelchair is like the attention grabber that you came out on.
Yes, yes. So I wanted to do something that persons that would grab persons from the first note, from before I started to sing. Because they said the way how you introduce and your conclusion must be attention grabber. So that was what I worked on.
All right, now back to Dr. McCook. Now, Priest is the 2025 winner. What stood out about his performance and entry?
You know, it's interesting. As a president, I have to listen to these songs, and the committee listens to them. And they may give their opinion, but I always try to keep my opinion close to my chest, because I don't want to, I don't want to spoil anybody's thinking or anything. And his song was one of the best. I mean, he and Ernell, those are the 2 top songs. And we just went there with bated breath, holding the breath, and saying, "What's going on?" Ernell performed before him, and the crowd was roaring, and they were going all over and everything. And then when he came on, he kind of silenced the crowd in a way. But then when he was done, there was that roar again.
Wow.
Yes, and then he did a little thing where he was flying in the air, which,
What you say to me?
yeah. So I even tried it when I came home, and
You tried to fly?
yeah, my back kind of still aches a little. So I'm going to send him the bill. But it was quality, as he said. We can't have a competition like this, and it's any little mediocre. We go back to 2021, when the first artist that won certified yard, it was quality song. So we have to just keep it up that notch, and so he did well, and he's the
Ah,
newest ambassador, and congrats to him again.
yes. Lee Priest, what's the name of the song that you entered with and well, you won with? And can we
Oh,
also get a piece of it?
Definitely, man. It was the title of the song is Jamaica in my blood. So everywhere I go, Jamaica in my blood. I want the world to know Jamaica in my blood. All
Hey,
right. All when me live in a snow, Jamaica in my blood. As long as me breath it a blow, Jamaica in me blood. Hey, so when you get little time, visit Jamaica, chill and wine. High revives, nice sunshine, say no problem, everything fine. Hey, to take a trip down a Montego Bay, down
hey,
Gibraltar Falls and Anzoche, Portland, Westmoreland, Kingston, Manchester, Trelawney. Everywhere I go, Jamaica in me blood. Yes, man, kick it like a bar.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. So, no, Dr. McCook, you mentioned that he and is it Ernell, you said?
Ernest Arlington, yes, and that's
They were in the top two. So, what put Priest an edge rather above Ernell?
the final night during the competition. One of the criteria is production.
Okay.
Production is in the studio, so we eliminate production and we put performance. So
Oh,
that's
because
the big thing because we have seen over the past that people sing and you hear the song, but when they come on stage, they're flat. It's not them. Sometimes
yes.
we say, Was it your brother or sister or whoever sang the song? So performance, and just lyric and just the vibes, just the vibes.
Yeah.
I say it could have gone any way, and it was a very, very, very. It was the closest margin we have had in the
Yeah.
5 years. I can't
Wow.
tell you what the margin, but it was the closest margin we've had in the 5 years. And we just thank them because they go, they put the work in and they
Yeah.
come and they deliver. So he
Ah.
delivered. He delivered.
And is the winner decided based on votes or the judges?
Okay, so up until after we choose the top 12, then we have a period of a month where fans from around the world can vote for their favorite. That vote
Okay.
propels them into the top seven. The night of the competition, though, we have a 5 judge panel of esteemed judges because we don't want the popular thing to win. We want people to look and see exactly. Give us the song that represents our island that we love so much. So
Yes,
we have
yes.
5 judges who do their scores and then they present it to us. We have it signed off by our esteemed Superior Court Judge, Joel Scott, that this is the winner, and we present it.
Okay, all right. I love that. Now, what challenges have you faced organizing a competition of this scale abroad?
Well, when I just started out, I started out, we launched December 18, 2020, and up until March 2021, there were only 3 people on the board. And I keep telling the people that were on the board, it was me, myself, and I. So I quickly realized that
Hold on. I really thought you meant three people were in the room. But it's just that you yourself and you.
I was just doing it myself and realized that, hey, you can't do this by yourself. So I empaneled myself with a great group of folks, Dr. Laxley Stevenson and a vice president, and my wife, Andrea McCook, a vice president. And we sort of, just put things together. My son, Andrew, he's also there as a vice president. So we put heads together. We formed a committee, and it was very, very, very challenging because here it is, uncharted waters. You don't sure exactly what's going to happen. Are we going to get good entries? Are we going to get pian pian song? But no,
Yeah.
quality song. And then without any funds or anybody knowing about us, it was basically self-sponsored from day one. So we're reaching out to folks out there. You got to come on board and help the people like the Lee Priest and JIIFSC to keep flying.
Yeah. Literally flying. All right, Lee Priest. By the way, it's
Yes.
3:30. Yes, 3:30 on the family station Love 101. Why would you encourage people to enter this competition? Because you're the winner, the 2025 winner. And you said
Yes.
the prize nice.
Let me tell you something, man.
Yeah.
If you are living in the diaspora and you have a desire for music, not just Jamaican music, but music in general. This is an excellent platform.
Mhm.
It's a platform that, because I have met so many persons since I have won this competition. It opened new channels, new corporate. As a gospel artist now, I have corporate links and other persons who are not necessarily in gospel. So it opens new avenues. It also, as I said before, it gives you a nice platform to showcase to persons who comes to that show that yeah, you look, I am here. Because before this show, when I just migrated, persons didn't really know that I was here in Atlanta doing my thing. Since I've
Yeah.
won the competition, I've gotten so many calls for events and stuff like that. So
Oh.
it's an event that a lot of persons watch. So if you are serious about music and you want to make a headway in music, especially here in Atlanta, it's a perfect platform for you to come and showcase your talent. And the
Ah,
persons are warm and they're easy to work with, and it's just tremendous. And and
love
and
that.
you know, there's nothing to lose, nothing to
Yeah.
lose from it.
Literally nothing to lose. All right, Dr. McCook, Lee Priest mentioned the prize that it's nice. What's the prize? If you don't mind sharing.
No,
If you
no, we
don't
can
mind
share.
sharing.
We can share. We can share. When I share it, at least you know if you need a loan, where to go. So,
Where to go? Where to go?
Lee Priest Johnson.
Okay.
So
You're hilarious.
it's eight,
NCP,
right?
yes.
The first prize is $8,000 plus a trophy.
Wow.
Second prize is 4,000 plus a trophy, and the third prize it's 1,000. And so that's a very encouraging thing. As I say, you bust a tune, you go do your work, you come home, you wait for your fans to vote for you, and then when it comes down time, you come perform. I mean, so $8,000 is the prize.
Well, whereas I'm very
Yep.
encouraged. I am very much encouraged. So people of God, you're hearing right now. How can gospel artists,
Yes.
is it just for gospel
Any
art?
No, well, so here's the thing. The song, just one of the criteria, it just has to be relevant to the Jamaican culture.
Okay.
When I started off, I was going to do regular and then I was going to do gospel. But over the years, folks like Ernell Erlington, who is a gospel person, they came in with a mix. There's an artist, Yvonne, she came in with a mix. So right now, we're just going to stick to this, and it just has to be relevant to the Jamaican culture.
Uh,
That's very important because we're here to keep our culture alive. We can't make
yes.
Jamaica thing dead.
Yes,
no.
it's true. Yes. How can people enter?
Okay, so our website, it's the acronym for the Jamaica International Independence Foreign Sound Competition, which is JIIFSC.com. Again,
Okay.
JIIFSC.com. You can click and you can see the historical content. You can see application. Right now, when you go on it, you're going to see that we have a raffle going, which is to help the artists, going forward. So again, them can go on and check out the raffle and help us. Help the lead priests of the world in the future.
Oh, I love that. Love that. Now, finally, gonna wrap with Dr. McCook, and then we're gonna continue with Lee Priest. Dr. McCook,
Yes.
what's your personal hope for JIIFSC's long-term impact on Jamaica's cultural and musical legacy?
To keep Jamaica brand alive. I think I did a speech the other day and I say Jamaica has what we call, I'd say, a cultural gravity. People from around the world, when you go there and you talk, I'm saying, where you from? And I always say, I'm Chinese. And I say, no. I say, look at my eyes, right? But it's Jamaica. Jamaica, people with other Caribbean countries, I won't call a name. Nobody wants to say, I'm a this. They want to be a Jamaican. They want to talk like a Jamaican. They want to walk like a Jamaican, right?
And just like Jamaicans.
Like Jamaican. So we have that. Our little island in the sun has that there, and people just gravitate to us internationally. So here in the diaspora, we want, although we leave yard, we want to keep it abroad. One of the things I always say, Jamaica is like a girlfriend you had, but you keep going back to her. You can never leave her, right? So we just want to keep the brand from other states. We have had interest from all over the world. So just help us out there to keep gifts flowing by donating. Check out the raffle and everything, and it's gonna be good. So later on, 10 years time, my kids, my young son is involved in it and everything. Hopefully one day, no, he can't enter because he's a relative. But 2 years ago, Sarah, we had the youngest artist, a 5-year-old out of Ohio with his dad. Leon and Lionel Denton. They were winners 2 years ago. A
Mhm.
5-year-old.
Yeah.
This year we are the oldest person entering. He's about 80 something. You know, so you see the gamut, you see the width. So people are still there, and we're gonna do it. Gifs is gonna be alive, and you'll be involved.
Ah, you as in me?
You, yeah. We want to come to Jamaica. We want to come to Jamaica. One of the things we're trying to do, and pray for us, is that one day we can have the GIFs and the JCDC artists on the same stage,
Oh.
just having fun. So that's one of the goals that we have.
Oh, I love that. Love that. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. McCook. He is the president and the founder of JII GIFs. I can call it so.
There
Here's
you
your
go. You got it right.
thank you. Thank you so much for your time. All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you
All
too.
right. Take care. All right. Ancient priest. Let us talk
Blessing,
about the
blessing.
musical style now. So we don't talk about the competition and there's something there. But out of time, it
Yeah.
look like we're going to have a part two. But I want to talk about this before we wrap today's episode. Now, your music blends traditional, folk, dancehall, and reggae. Why was it important for you to keep that authentic Jamaican flavor in your gospel ministry?
Well, let me tell you, man. You know, from ever since I have realized that, as God said to Moses, "What do you have in your hand?" And he said, "A rod." You know, we have to use what we have. Now, it is important for us to understand that, other cultures, other countries use the style of music. Showing Gardner, he uses the soca. And
Yeah.
other places they use that. So when we are delivering our our culture and the gospel to persons, I believe we should use what we are comfortable with and what we know how to use. Also, persons who are familiar with the type of music that we deliver. You know, the other types, the R&B and other type might not reach some of those people. So I believe that it is important. It is very important for persons who can use it. For example, Papa San music was what really, when I backslid, Papa San's music was what really grabbed me back into church because I love DJ. You
Yeah.
understand? So that is why I believe that that is very important to me, to use the culture, the sound to appeal and tell persons about God in general.
Mm, mm. You mentioned that you backslid. When did you come back to Christ?
Well, I came back to Christ when I was about 18, 19 years old.
Oh,
Um, I backslid from when I was about 15. I spent about 3, 4 years out there,
4 years.
and it was because the regular thing, peer pressure and sexual
Yeah.
burn and desires. I couldn't manage it, and my grandmother had just passed, and she was the person who
Oh,
was really keeping things
the
together, and
foundation,
and
nice. Yeah.
I just yeah, the foundation got shook up
Mm,
and thing, and but as I said, the music, especially Papa San's Teachy, Junior Tucker, those type of music was really the music. Lester Lewis, Change. I don't remember that group.
yes, man, I remember that
And
group.
yeah, so those are the type of music that really kept me, you know, on the straight and narrow, and and because even when I was backsliding, I remember one night. I don't know you all the time, but I remember one night I was in the club and I was dancing with a girl because I can dance, and I was there and I was doing my
And you
steps,
can fly
and
too.
yeah, and someone from across the room shouted out, "What you are doing here? This is not your place. What you are doing here?" And it was like a spotlight came on me in the darkness, and it's like I just ran out of that club, and and that was it for me. It was, God had a mark on me, and I knew that there was purpose on my life, and even
Mm.
though I missed the way, I know that He was still working with me. Yeah, man,
Ah,
definitely.
no, wonderful. As I mentioned, we have to have a part two. But as we wrap in 30 seconds, what do you have to say to someone who, they're falling to peer pressure and they have backslid? backslidden, what do you have to say to them?
It is not over. It is not too late. God promised that He will remarry to the backslider. Just continue to trust God, continue to seek Him, and He will forgive yourself. That's the first thing. Forgive yourself. Don't be hard on yourself too much, and find back that place in God. Don't neglect the church. Don't neglect the house of God. Don't neglect persons who are always encouraging you about the godly things. Because we tend to isolate ourselves when that time comes. So let us
Yes.
stay focused, stay in God, read the word of God, and speak to God every day. And
Ah,
you will be, yes, man.
amazing. Thank you so much again, Lee Priest, for taking the time to talk to us. We're going to have
Blessings.
part two because we have whole heap more things to talk about. You know,
Definitely.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I'm sure you can teach us how to fly. Who believe them can fly. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much again, Lee Priest.
Blessings, blessings. Yeah, man. Respect and take care of yourself.
Yes, God
Bye
bless
bye.
you. And we also had Dr. Garfield McCook. Thank you again, the president, as you heard, of GIFS. Yes, president and founder. This is Love 101 FM, the family station. I am out of time. Thank you so much for jumping on the live. Part two coming soon. Bye bye.